A very good morning, students. Welcome to today's English class. In this class, we are going to learn about the second lesson, the Good Samaritan. Samaritan means a kind man or a good person. Understood? This is a parable, students. Parable which is narrated by Jesus Christ to his disciple. He taught good manner, good behavior through such kind of stories to his disciple students. Understood? As you all know, students, in the previous class, the 5th standard, we have learned the parable of talent lesson that also narrated by Jesus Christ to his disciple. We also learned moral from that lesson. Yes or no, students? Have you remembered? Okay. Now let us learn this story. Now let us learn a good manner from this story also. This story is very interesting, students. Let's learn. Okay. Before begin this lesson, let me give you a brief description about this story. Okay. See here, many religious men and women have taught us good behavior by their songs, stories, and precepts. Precepts means rules or good sayings. Understood? For example, Basavanna said, do not steal, do not kill, do not tell lies. Like that way, our Swami Vivekananda also has given an inspirational words for youth. What was that? Arise, awake, and do not stop until the goal is reached. So these are the inspirational words which can change our life, students. We have to learn from these words. So I wanted to give an assignment for you about it, students. You have to write 2 to 3 sayings of these religious people, like Jesus Christ, Muhammad Paigambar, Buddha, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, Gandhiji, and others if you know. You should not write about their lives, students. You have to write only 2 to 3 good sayings, good thoughts of these people. Understood? Okay. Now let us start the story. Okay. All of you open your textbook, page number 15, unit 2, the Good Samaritan. What was happened in this story? Come for the story, students, from the first para. There once was a man walking from Jerusalem to Jericho. He was alone, and the road he followed was rocky, with many twists and turns. Suddenly, 2 robbers jumped out of nowhere. They attacked the man, beat him up, and stole everything he had, even his clothes. What happened here, students? One stranger, one person was traveling through the road, traveling from one place to another place. The place was Jerusalem to Jericho. He was traveling from Jerusalem to Jericho. He was alone, and the road he followed was rocky. He was alone. No one companions were there with him. He was alone traveling on that road. That road was not easy, not good. That road was full of rock, stones. Very difficult to travel on that road. That road was not good, and with many twists and turns. Not only that road was rocky, that on that road that was very twisty. Turns were there. So that was very difficult to travel from Jerusalem to Jericho. By walk he was going from that place to Jerusalem to Jericho. No one companions were there with him. Alone he was going, and that road was very twist and very rocky and twist and turns. That road was having twists and turns. So that was very difficult to travel. Then suddenly 2 robbers jumped out of nowhere. Suddenly 2 thieves, they jumped on that person who was traveling. Okay. Suddenly they jumped. They attacked the man. They attacked the man, beat him up and stole everything he had. After jumping, after coming forward to that person, they attacked the person and beat him to get everything from that person, what he had with him. They beat that person. They were two persons and this person is alone. How? You have to imagine that, students, how they beat that person. Like after that stage, they attacked the man, beat him up and stole everything he had. After that, after beating him, after injured him, they had taken all the things what he had, and even his clothes also. They had taken all the things with his clothes also stolen by the robbers, thieves. They stole everything and left him there alone, and they ran away from that place, students. Now it is a very critical situation for that person who was traveling from that place, from that road. Nothing is there with him. And what was the situation of that person? Now in the second para, let us learn the 16th page number, second para. How was that person after the beating of after when the thieves beat that person? Let's see. The man lay bleeding to death on the side of the road, and along came a priest. What happened, students, here? What was the condition of that man here now? He was lay bleeding to death. He lay there. He was lay bleeding to death now. He is in critical condition. So, after that what happened? On the side of the road where he was laid on, he lay down on the side of the road, and along came a priest. At the time a priest came there. Bleed means lost blood. Okay? Priest means a religious person. When he was laid down there, when he lay bleeding to death on that side of road, one priest came there and he was so shocked that he stood and stared. Stared means watched. While seeing that person without clothes and he was bleeding, that all the things was stared by that priest who was traveling through that road only. So he was shocked by seeing all these things. Okay, what happened next? The man could barely raise his head to beg for help, but the priest only backed away. What was the condition of that person who was laid on? Students, he could barely raise his head. Only he could raise his head. He can't stand, even he can't walk, he can't stand. But he could raise his head for help. He was in that condition, but the priest backed away. The priest could not help him. He went away from that place. He was a priest. Obviously, he has to help that person, because priests are teach the people how to be in life. This priest will teach the other people how to live in life morally, valuable life. About the valuable life, he teach other people, and he has to help that person in his difficulties. Yes or no, students? But he left that person by seeing shockingly. He saw that person and he left that person and he went from that place. How he went, see, students? He tried not to look as he passed him as quickly as he could. He was trying. He was showing that he was not looking that person. As he tried not to look as. He was doing like he had not looked that person. He hadn't looked that person. Simply he was going as quickly as he can go. Fastly, quickly he went from that place without helping that person who was injured. Now he was in very critical condition, students, no one is there to help that person. Simply he was begging for help. Understood? Then what happens next in the next third para? The man lay in the dirt, mourning, until another man came along. He saw the man all covered in blood and dirt and making funny noises in the ditch. He thought, oh, he looks terrible. I would not ever want to touch him. Besides, I'm sure he is no one I know. And he passed him by as well. Again, another person came there. And other traveler, the second traveler came there. After that, what he had done? The man lay in the dirt. Dirt means liquidy mud. Moaning. Moaning means make a low sound to express the physical suffering. Make a low sounds. By making low sounds, he wanted to say about his physical sufferings, his pain to others. He can't shout loudly because now he is injured. He was injured, that's why he can't say anything loudly. So he was mourning. Mourning means with low sounds. He was expressing something, expressing about his pain. Okay. Then until another man came along. Until another man came along to that place. He saw the man. He saw the man all covered in blood and dirt and making funny noises in the ditch. Ditch means here, students, a long narrow passage cut into the ground. Cut into the ground. Understood, students? A long narrow passage cut into the ground in a hole-like structure. Understood? In that road, he was lay down on that place where in the ditch of the road, students. See, he saw the man all covered in blood and dirt. His body was covered with blood and dirt now, students. See, imagine how was he? We can't imagine, because we also feel very sad about that. We will be there, then we will help them, no? We will help that person, no? Yes or no, students? That is a humanity. Yes or no, students? So, imagine how he was mourning. Then see, and simply he was not laid down there. He was making funny noises for help. He was making some funny noises in the ditch. And he can't able to stand, students, because he was not on the road. He fell down in the ditch. Understood? And he thought, he means here passenger, the traveler was traveling. The second traveler was traveling through that road. He thought that, what he thought? See, oh, he looks terrible. Terrible means extremely bad or serious. He looks terrible. I would not ever want to touch him. See, what was the answer? What he was thinking? He was telling that I would not like to touch him. If I touch him, then what will happen? My hands also become dirty. So that's why I am not going to touch that person, because he was looking so terrible. So he was feeling like that. Then besides, I am sure he is no one I know. Because with that, he was telling that that person was laid on that ditch. He was unknown person for me. Why can I help that person? Will you think like this, students? If any unknown person fall down, then will you come forward? Will you come to home, or will you help them? You will help them definitely, because I know about my students. But here this person is thinking, what he is thinking? He was unknown person for me. Why should I think about that person? Why should I help him? He was saying like this. Okay, he was thinking like this. and he passed him by as well. As quick as he could go from that place, he went away from that place. He don't want to help that person. That person was in very terrible condition, means very critical condition, students. So priest was the religious person who teach the other people how to live in their life. So that person also left that injured person, and the other person also, he thought that that person was an unknown person for him. He doesn't help that injured man. No one is there to help that person. Again and again he was mourning. He was in critical condition, students. So what will happen? What will happen to this person? Who will help him? Who will get the responsibility of this person? Who will treat him? Who will give treatment for this person? That all we will learn in the second part of this lesson, students. Okay. You have to write difficult words. Underline. I'll send the pic of underlined words. You have to write dictation words or difficult words in your rough notes, students, and read the lesson properly. Thank you so much.